2,500 join. Greetings and salutations and welcome to day number 7, if I'm correct.
Yes.
Day number 7 is day number 6.
Day number 6.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. All right. Day number 6 of our 13-day, almost 14-day mission, MWEZI 1. It's our habitat, lunar analog habitat. We're taking part in the world's biggest analog, the first ever global experiment linking analog and habitat experiments in the world. There are 16 analog habitats, ranging from habitats in the United States of America, in Europe, in Armenia, in Australia, in Oman, in Jordan, and right here in the continent of Africa, we at MWEZI 1 representing the hope and voice of all Africa. So, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Dr. Claire Nelson. I am the Mission Habitat founder, and for these purposes, I'm the Habitat Director. We're here in the county of Marsabit, which is northern Kenya, on the edges of the Chalbi Desert. And so we are here. I'm trying to figure out what, there we go. We are here in the edge of the Chalbi Desert in our moon base. We consider our landing to be a first base landing, as in it's the first time we're doing this, the first time we're here. So by all intents and purposes, this represents the first time lunar base landing. Some interesting things to note. Not only are we the first all-African crew, we're the first African crew that is all under the age of 25 in terms of the astronauts participating. Even though some of those young people in mission control are all under the age of 25. In total, there are 24 of us resident in Lunar Base Camp. There are 2 facilities in our base camp. We in Mission Control are called MCC Mission Control Center, and the other habitat where the astronauts are called the Habitat. The Habitat was actually constructed by the astronauts and members of Mission Control themselves, which also makes us unique and historic. And so I think really there's a lot of information and knowledge that we might share and want to be proud of in terms of our pioneering a frugal innovation approach to habitat design and management. I must also add that one of the astronauts, or mission commander, is from the country of Uganda. So we like to say we're Pan-African. I'm from Jamaica. And so we have a Pan-African community here, launching Africa into the analog astronaut community. So with that, welcome. I'd like to introduce Bernard, who is our Education Outreach Officer in Mission Control. On the other side of the camera, we have Stanley Ngwana, who is, and I'm sure I'm bastardizing his name, he'll correct me, who is our Education Outreach Officer in the Habitat. I'd like to turn the floor over now to Mr. Bernard. Bernard.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Claire. I am Bernard Rugut, the Educational and Outreach Officer in charge of everything, in charge of making sure that you get each and every document that you have. And in the studio also we have, let me introduce the ones that we have in the studio. I have on my left side, there is Aspel Kipruto, who is in charge of health and well-being, in charge of health and well-being of us, making sure that we have each and every who is in charge of our well-being, so that in case we have any situation, he takes care of it. And on my right hand side, we have Agnes, who is helping me in Education and Outreach Officer, and generally, not even there, she helps us to do so much things here, because but for now he's in charge of Education and Outreach Officer. So we co-work together to make sure that we get each and every information. I'd like to give it back to those who are in the Habitat, the science, the educational and outreach officer, so that he can introduce the ones that he has from the habitat. Stanley Mitira, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you for the privilege that you have given me. As you can see, I'm Stanley Mitira, the Education and Outreach Officer here at the Habitat. And with me today, I'm going to have the Communication and Documentation Officer and Belinda here. If you can give me an opportunity, at least each and every one of them can have a 1 minute to introduce themselves before having the discussion. Okay, starting with you.
Uh, Hello everyone, I am Belinda Mwikali Mutie, the Health and Wellbeing Officer, the Habitat side. I am in charge of monitoring the health and mental well-being of the crew, the analog astronauts. Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Valentine Rono, in charge of communication and documentation here in the Habitat. Thank you.
Okay, that's the
Thank you.
day which shall be what.
Our So today our purpose is, again, these press briefings are to provide you, the public, an update on the status report, basically, of what's happening here at MWEZI 1. We want to look at the last 48 hours, what have been some of the interesting things that have happened, what are some of the challenges we have been faced, how have we addressed those challenges, and what are our plans for the rest of today. Just to remind you that our days begin at 6 a.m., our days end at 10 a.m. Between 6 a.m. and 10 p.m., we have a flight plan that includes EVAs, which are extra vehicular activities. There's research that they are ongoing, which are part of the world's biggest analog research experiments. And this being our first habitat, we're doing our own studies on the habitat itself. We're doing studies on the power system, and we're doing studies also on climate. So we have a purple air instrument installed that our crew, our mission control crew, in partnership with the Habitat Research, are taking information from, so we can study what we have done, how the habitat that have been constructed are working, and be able to prepare to update and improve our designs for the next go around. So I'd like to ask Mr. Education Outreach, what are some of what will be, I guess we have the health and well-being people here, so maybe we'll hear from them first, status update of what is happening. But let's hear from the habitat first, status update of what's happening in the habitat in terms of health and well-being the last 48 hours.
Okay, due to that matter, I'll welcome the health and officer here to give us the briefs that he has for us, that she has for us. Welcome, Belinda. Put it down.
Hello everyone once again. Belinda Mutie, the Health and Wellbeing Officer. I am to brief you of the past 48 hours, the health of the astronauts, analog astronauts. The, the health of the astronauts is fairly well, but sometimes there are some headaches here and there due to dehydration. Mm, uh, the mental astronaut, it's I think that isolation is taking a toll on them. Sometimes when their tempers may run high due to I guess the isolation and the new environment, now having to deal with other people, the ones that they are not used to. But after in the afternoon when we have our exercise, there is always a session of meditation where they breathe in the good air and breathe out the bad feelings, the bad tempers, which helps them cope up with the isolation. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's
On this,
our health and
yeah,
officer.
Thank you. Let's hear from this side, from MCC. What's happening in the wealth and health and well-being? How are people coping? You have a double responsibility of not only participating in not the WBA studies, but we're doing our own studies, and you also have responsibility of taking care of the habitat in terms of providing them food and those. So how is the health and well-being of the people in the Mission Control Center?
Hi everyone, my name is Aspel Kipruto, Health and Wellbeing Officer MCC. For me, I think we are good.
Push your voice louder.
I think we are good here. Everyone here has have taken everyone's records, and I can see from the records some fluctuation from blood pressure, and the other thing is I will I'll be able to respond to the emergencies and the medical supplies to the habitat when it need. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. One more question. I'd like to ask Belinda this question. Please, can you tell us the challenges that you are facing from the habitat? What is the main challenge, and what is the solution of the challenges that you are facing inside the habitat during the in your isolation area, please?
As I've said, I have some reported cases of headaches, which I think it's due to the dehydration since the the sun here is hot, and so I am encouraging them to drink more water each and every day so as to deal with their mild headaches. And also their tempers, as I've said, their tempers do run high because of being enclosed in an area and not being able to move around as much as they are used to. We do the evening meditation, which helps them cope. Yeah.
You have said that you encourage them to drink a lot of water, and so I would like to ask: do you get sufficient supplies of the medicines and everything, and also the water that you're encouraging them to get? Is it enough, or is there any challenge on it? Can you tell us more about it, please?
Um, I think the water is sufficient. It's just that they need to have more intake of water. Um, the medical supplies, even though they are a bit limited, uh, they are serving us well, and we are making good use of them.
Okay, thank you so much. Back to you, Aspelka. As you have heard from Belinda, the challenges that she's facing and everything, and how she copes with it. Can you tell us on your side, the mission control, is there any challenge that you have faced, and the resolutions that you have approached and everything? Please just share it with us.
Some of the challenges are the like sorry out here MCC center have some sort of challenges like the bathroom and the and the kitchen area. So I usually always make sure the kitchen area is clean and the bathroom is clean. If not so, I'll do it myself. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. So we've heard from the health and well-being. Now, communications and documentations. We've been joined by one of our early supporters, Miss Gladys Mwangi. She's on the call. I believe she may have some questions of you. So I'm gonna bring her on stage, but before, oh, she's gone. Maybe she dropped off, so maybe she doesn't want to ask a question. If she comes back, I'll ask if she wants to be on stage. Having said that, we'd like to hear from the communications and documentation standpoint. What are some of the challenges you are having? We not recognize that in some of the meetings we've had to cancel because of internet challenges. Is there have those been fixed? Are we back on track in terms of the internet access?
Okay. Um, Here in the habitat, the problem that we've been having as communication and documentation is only maybe about the internet, because most of the time you find it's buffering and it takes a lot of time whenever to come back. So it makes us maybe about the meetings that we're supposed to have, or we take time where it extends the time. The moment we start, maybe it extends the time because we have to get some other things clear because the Wi-Fi is not okay. But I understand, according to the communication officer from your end, she said that it's normal for the Wi-Fi to buffer because of the ISP, and we give it 5 to 10 minutes for it to return and work well. But we've been trying so far. Our meetings have not been cancelled, and apart from yesterday morning, yes, that is the only time that we had a problem with the Wi-Fi. But during the day, it buffers. Some activities are not done on time. But I think we usually try to at least do another thing instead that does not require that does not require whatever requires internet.
Valentine, we are not hearing you, please. Valentine, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, we didn't get the last statement clearly. Can you repeat it?
There. I need my passport.
Oh, they're falling off. Okay. All right, they're falling off. Pardon me?
I need my passport.
Um, could you wait? So, folks, yes, here we are. We are having a challenge here with the communications. Let's just say that they have dropped off. We're at 18 minutes past. We have 12 minutes, but I think we have covered more or less everything we need to cover. Is there anything else that's we're missing? Anything else that we're missing?
No, we are not missing anything. We have covered what we wanted to discuss all about. To discuss about what we maybe the habitat had something to share, but I think because of the internet issues, they dropped off. But we are hoping that they will come back and they will if they will have anything to share, they will just share it. They'll just share it. Okay, thank you.
Okay, with that, and then that concludes our briefing for today. We look forward to speaking with you all tomorrow. Over and out from MWEZI 1, kwa MWEZI,
Wanyota.
The space seed will be here tomorrow.
Just want to remind, we had said goodbye already, but just want to remind everybody that tonight we are going to be doing our Commons at 7 p.m. on our Media Commons, bit.ly/MWEZI1 Commons, to find us on Zoom. We're also going to be live streaming again. And also, just to say, tomorrow we anticipate, we've been having some limited rain showers, and tomorrow we anticipate also beginning a new experiment. So lots of things happening here at MWEZI 1 to keep us busy. and looking forward to reaching out to you again. Thank you.